everyone. Welcome back to the Ask Rebecca radio show. Thank you for joining me. Another week has flown by, and I'm hoping everyone had a great week. Last week, I had predicted for some of you something life-changing would happen at a traffic intersection, and several of you shared your intersections experiences with me moments after they happened. So thank you. I love hearing from all of you. I appreciate the validation. Not just the validation, but I actually love hearing from you guys, especially when something exciting and amazing happens or you get your own validation, and I just love the feedback. So thank you for those of you that, consistently let me know what's happening in your lives. Plus, I'm nosy, and I think you guys are all my friends, so I feel like I want to know what's going on in your lives. Anyway, let's get right into tonight's predictions, which run through to next Thursday, December 14th. These are general predictions for everyone in areas of love, work, finances, health, and spirituality. So one of the things that was coming to mind was greater love for this week. And, there's deep internal changes that are happening within all of us. And some of you may be aware of it. Others, you may not realize it yet, or maybe it hasn't quite revealed itself to you that there are things changing within yourself. No matter what your current experience may be, you are moving into deeper states of love, which allows you to give love and to receive love much easier, which is really important for everyone on the planet. So, expect to have some highs and lows of giving and receiving love this week. I feel like some of you are consistently pushing away receiving love in all forms. I feel like you can give it all day long, but you have a difficult time accepting it for yourself or giving it to yourself. There's a part of you that feels undeserving or unworthy. So instead, you work hard on proving your love to others, all the while subconsciously hoping to receive that love in return from those others that you're trying to prove yourself to, yet never realizing those others are trying to give you the love that you want, but you just can't receive it because you're too busy trying to prove your love, so you're out of balance. Hopefully that wasn't too wordy and it makes sense what I'm trying to say. Again, expect some situations to come up this week where you notice the huge imbalance of the giving and the receiving in the love department. And again, love doesn't mean always affection and attention. It could just be someone's time, someone's support, energy, whatever it is. Love shows up in a million different ways. And some of us just have a difficult time seeing how that love translates to and towards us. The other thing that I was feeling was like a yellow caution light. So I'm not really sure why it seems like the last 2 weeks I keep having these traffic type things coming to mind, but so I kind of feel like this is not a week to make hasty choices concerning your future. To me, there's proceed with caution, basically. I feel like you can move forward and you can make choices, but just do so wisely. So, again, don't make a rushed decision about something. Truly contemplate and think about it. With that being said, I do feel like the universe loves to challenge us, so expect some situations to come up where you'll need to make choices concerning your future this week. But again, you need to do it in a way that you're not just freaking out and okay, I'm just going to do it, or, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do, so I'm not going to do anything. Just take your time, think about it, and make the choice. I also feel like some of you may be moving this week into new homes, new positions, and new states of being internally. It feels like a week of nourishment, familiarity, and comfort. I also feel like this week there'll be situations where the universe may shine some light on the areas of your life where you're compromising your integrity. And the definition of integrity is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, and it also means the state of being full and undivided. I feel like you're going to be put in situations testing your honesty and commitment to yourself. So the intensity of these experiences will really be dependent on how aware of yourself you are and your surroundings, or how unaware you are. So depending on, what's going on in your life, everybody's going to experience it in a little bit of a different way. Sometimes the universe has to smack us in the back of the head to give us a heads up, to wake us up and have some realizations about where we're misstepping in life. So pay attention to that this week. This week, I feel like you'll be reminded you have the power to make a difference. Not only can you make a difference in your life, but you can make the difference in the world as well. So all you have to do is make it a point to try. Like, you'll never know, and you'll never have that experience if you don't even just take a chance and try to make it happen. Okay? I also feel like there's going to be new beginnings, and there's a feeling of just, great expectations. There's a feeling of just goodness. I don't know. It feels good. So this week, expect to notice also synchronicities or things that seem to be coincidences happening. This week has kind of a magical feel to it. And I do feel like the universe will be sending you messages. You're all on a sacred journey of awakening to the truths of this reality. So it'll be interesting to see how these synchronicities and these so-called coincidences happen in your life. But no matter what they are, to me it feels like they're deep spiritual events that are taking place not only internally but externally as well. And I feel like some of you may even be attending a spiritual event this week or this weekend that has a significant impact on your life. So enjoy that. I also feel like this week you'll realize you have the strength, knowledge, and inspiration to face any challenges. So there's this really deep internal thing that's happening where you're feeling good about yourself, you're feeling confident, and you're feeling strong. And like I said, there'll be a little air of some magic in the air. Feels good. This week, you'll also see imbalances of all sorts coming up. I already discussed the imbalance of the giving and the receiving. However, there will be imbalances arising in your personal and professional business lives as well. So, and what I mean by that is some of you are completely focused on your personal life and your love life. Like, you're just absorbed with like what is happening in your personal day-to-day life, and you're completely neglecting your work and career life. And then there's those of you that are so focused on career and your professional life, you've completely forgot about your personal life. Like, you're not doing your grocery shopping, you're not doing anything for mind, body, spirit, you're not even like open to dating. So again, expect to see where you are out of balance this week. Relationships of all kinds will be strengthening, deepening, or beginning this week as well. So be aware of putting too much emphasis on any one relationship. You have several that need to be priorities in your life, and that includes the relationship with yourself. So pay attention this week to all of that. Work, for those of you employed, this week feels like there's going to be improvements. I feel like some of you will receive a promotion or a raise. I feel like if you've been itching for one, or you feel like you deserve a raise, but it doesn't seem like anything's happening at work, this is a really, really, really great week to ask for what you want, because there's a high probability that you're going to receive what you want. So don't be afraid to, approach the topic and say, hey, promote yourself, or hey, I would think I would be really great in this position, or I feel like I deserve a raise. I do feel like it's going to work out in your favor. The probability, I feel, is even higher for those of you that are in creative fields. Your suggestions at work will be highly accepted, and I feel like they'll lead to bigger and better things. So don't be afraid to share your ideas. Let your creative juices flow and get it out there, because it's going to pay off. Now, there will be a few of you who will be experiencing a slightly different version of this energy, because some of you are feeling like your ideas are the best ideas, like only your idea is the best idea. And I feel like that comes from a little bit of an insecurity about your idea. And then there's also a feeling that maybe you're perceiving everyone at work is out to get you on some level. So this week, I feel like you'll see your ideas may be great, but there's a reason why your work or your boss or whoever didn't choose your idea, and I feel like you'll understand why that was and realize it wasn't anything personal about you. It had nothing to do with the fact that your idea was bad or people are out to get you. It was simply that your idea didn't fit to this particular situation. So I feel like this week you're going to learn the value of being a team player on a deeper level and not take things so personally. And in the end, you realizing that is going to give you the outcome of a better situation at work and financial situation. Those of you that are looking for a job, I feel like jobs for some of you are they're here. You're getting jobs. Like, I feel like you're getting hired next week. So that's awesome. Others, I feel like you may not be getting hired, but there's going to be solid leads. Like you're on the right path. It's happening, and it's just a matter of time. Love, committed relationships. This week, expect to feel more connected and on the same page. Some of you, I feel like you may try to force this connection or try to move things forward in your relationships this week. Just be cautious in how you push. Too pushy is going to have the opposite effect, so kind of just, discuss things clearly or what you need and what you want with your partner and let things kind of progress naturally. Those of you looking for love, I feel like some of you you're going to meet someone new this week, and that's really, really exciting, so I'm super excited for you guys. And I do feel like that some of you that do meet someone this week, it's a good possibility a love relationship will blossom, but it's going to blossom slowly, right? So be patient and then be even more patient, because I feel like it's going to be a slow process of getting that deeper relationship that you're looking for. But I feel like for those of you that's going to happen with, it's a good thing for you anyway, since you like to rush into relationships and you like to lock it down. And that's due to your fear of abandonment. So slow and steady is going to win, and no need to rush. Like, you've rushed in the past, you don't need to rush now. You're okay. Take your time. Finances, money, this week, it feels like it's on the upswing. Even if right now you're thinking like, well, how's that even possible? There's no way in hell I'm going to get more money or anything like that. I just feel like some of you are going to have an idea that's going to generate more money. Some of you, an opportunity will come your way to like do some side work or make some money, helping somebody out in some way. And then there's some of you that I feel like are going to be getting new positions within work, and that's where the extra cash flow is going to come from. Either way, just expect it to show up in your life in some way. It may not be thousands upon thousands of dollars, but even if you get an extra $50, hey, even $10, it's money you didn't have. Just keep the faith. Now, with that being said as well, there's still a need to be cautious when it comes to signing any kind of financial contracts this week, and be cautious of any kind of like get-rich-quick schemes as well. Health. Those of you who've been feeling sick for a while, for whatever reason, whether it's due to some sort of ailment or stress or whatever the case, I do feel like this week you're going to be feeling much, much better. Consider looking into alternative healing methods along with your traditional methods that you're doing with your doctor, because I feel like the more you have, the better overall, right? It can't hurt. And now for some of you, I feel like this is going to happen a little bit slower in the health department. And it kind of feels like those of you who recently maybe started dieting or exercising or making some sort of lifestyle change in that way, I feel like you're going to see slow progress, and you may feel, like quitting or get discouraged or whatever. Don't. Stay the course. Like, it's going to be fine. You'll see the results. You just got to be patient. Spirituality, it's a great week in the spirituality department. Some of you may have a spiritual advisor that comes into your life or some sort of mentor. or you'll be exploring new ideas, new concepts, or you may even get into some sort of like group discussions about spirituality, or maybe you go to like a group meditation. And again, with that whole like air of being cautious this week, I also feel like be careful of misguided people who are trying to give you spiritual advice, or maybe they're trying to bring you into their spiritual belief practices, or maybe getting carried away with spiritual ideas that work for them, but they may not end up working for you. So just be skeptical and cautious. Be your own person, and if it resonates with you, awesome. If it doesn't, then listen to your own intuition. And that wraps up the week's predictions. If you enjoy these weekly predictions, I'm offering personalized monthly predictions specific to you. The subscription cost is $58, and you can get more information on my website, AskRebecca.guru, for more info. And feel free to sign up there as well if you're into it. Let me see if I have a caller. I do, because I only have 9 minutes, so I'm going to skip the moment of Zen, and I'm going to get to tonight's caller, who is Jean in Ontario, California. How are you tonight?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, and I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name.
That's okay. It's Janae.
Janae, okay. I was reading it as Jean. Sorry about that. How can I help you tonight?
Well, I want to know what do you see in my work life?
Okay, so it's funny that you asked, because I actually made notes earlier where I feel like there's things changing in your work life, and I don't know if you just lost your job, but there's a feeling like you may end up either, I don't know if you're going to be laid off or if you decide to quit, but whatever it is, I feel like there's going to be a change, and that change is going to be a positive change. It's actually moving you to a better situation for your future, and a better financial situation as well. So has that happened, or are you considering leaving, or obviously there's something going on?
Not in that aspect, because I'm not a quitter. I never quit jobs. But like just with coworkers, like is that animosity going to be forever? And like, and just to see in that, and then and that aspect.
So with the coworkers, and it feels like it's more than one. Like I almost feel it's either including you, like 3 of you or 2 of you. But the animosity just feels almost like a little bit of a misunderstanding and a misperception. Like I feel like all of you feel like the other is out to get each other. Like it's a weird, like competitive and a little bit of, it's weird. It's like you guys love to hate each other.
That's true. Like I feel like it's jealousy, because I don't know. Like that's how I take it, but that's how I am,
Yeah.
And I just can't handle it.
Yeah, well, and to me too, there's a feeling of there's something, I don't know if it's you or the other people that are involved, because I feel like again it's more than one person, but I feel like it's jumping to conclusions about something and then making a judgment, and it feels like it could be a combination of all of you are doing like the same thing, and none of you want to like relent, like let go, right? I do feel like you guys could have a clean slate. There's one person there that I feel like, no, it's just not going to happen. And I think you know who I'm talking about. I feel like one of the people is someone that there's probably, it would have to be kind of like we agree to disagree and we're just going to work together, but we don't like each other, we're not friends, and that kind of a vibe off of this person.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah. So, but the others, and I feel like I said, it's almost like 3 to 4 of you or 2 to 3 of you. The others, I feel like you guys actually really, really like each other, and I feel like there's a couple of you've actually gone out and you've had drinks together and stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's your friends and coworkers, and it really is like I feel like it was one incident where there was just a complete like I don't know. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like I feel like it was an incident, and then everybody's like talking crap about each other, and there's a little bit of competition, but yet you guys love each other, but yet you're always.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is, and it's like, oh man, when is it going to be over?
Well, I feel like it could be over with if maybe like you might have to be the bigger person and totally just be like, hey, you know what, guys, I love you. This is how I'm feeling. I just want to be done with the drama. I want to work together and have a good working relationship. So let's just move past this and, you know, and then I feel like some of them will be, yeah, let's do it. But again, there's this one person that I just kind of feel like, and it feels like a woman. It feels like a female energy, but with kind of a male energy about her, where I just feel like she would be like, no.
Yes, it's the cook.
Ah.
Yep. She was.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
So
he's male, but he has a lot of feminine traits.
Ah, okay. That's why I was feeling like both of those energies. Yeah, because I kind of just feel like he's got an attitude of like, you know, and this is a family-friendly show, but like I just kind of feel like this person is like F this, right? Like, no, thank you. I don't know. There's just like attitude there with the chip,
you're right.
a chip on the shoulder, and it's more about this person's insecurities about who they are, and there's a level of them not accepting, like he's not accepting himself on some level, and he's projecting that outwardly. So he's got a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. And I feel like it could be worked out in the future with this person, but, you know, why bother? Like, I just feel like you guys weren't really BFFs anyway. It was just kind of more fun at work, and then it kind of turned uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Yeah. Good deal.
Yeah. Do you have any other questions for me?
I do. I was going to see, what do you think about my home life?
Okay, so home life, I feel like so change is what I just keep getting for you, so it just feels like there's also changes there, and I kind of feel like, you may have a partner or be in a relationship with someone, but it feels like maybe you or your partner or both of you are like going through changes, like you're not the same people that you were, and it kind of feels like there's a possibility of growing apart. You're just on 2 different pages.
Lord.
And I feel like you're in a make or break it situation. So I kind of feel it's really up to the 2 of you if you want to put the work in and have the conversation about, hey, I love you, we love each other, let's make this work. Or it could be time for you to say, you know what, I'm not happy anymore. It's not going to work. We're growing apart, and you want to move on.
No, I know we can work it out. It's just we're going through the change, definitely.
Okay, good. Well, I feel like you can work it out as well. You just need to have the conversation. I feel like you got to take it back to when you first met, and you guys need a date, and you need to go have some fun, and you need to let go of all the drama and all the stuff that you're bickering about. You just kind of grew apart a little bit, but let's get back on the same page. There's nothing wrong with growing a little bit differently, because you can take those differences and get to a place of like loving each other. I only have 60 seconds left. Is there anything else that you want to ask me really quick?
What about my son?
I don't really feel anything about your son. Is he? It's weird because I don't know how old your son is, but for some reason, like I feel like he's caged in or locked in.
No, not my kid.
Nope, then that's not, I don't know what I'm getting there. I'm not really getting any information about your son, and I do have to go. I only have 30 seconds left. Thank you so much for calling in. I hope I was able to help you with your questions. Thank you all for tuning in. If you'd like to book a session, you can contact me at AskRebecca or call and text 407-374-3133. I hope everybody has a great week. I look forward to hearing from you, and I'll see you next Thursday. Have a great night.